183? I think we're on 183. Okay, so hello and welcome to Bad Wolf Girl Sense, and it's episode 183. My name is Meg. I'll be your host. You're joining me here today on a Monday, and I got one of those funny little chairs that has like a little seat here. So I'm gonna try to scooch a little closer to you. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Yeah, we're doing it. Okay, we're doing it. And get rid of everything else. Yes. Okay, and that's that. All right. I am wearing my sea glass top that I designed. It was my first like lightweight tank top pattern. And it has like this little lace on the bottom. And it was very inspired by this color itself, which is why I called the whole pattern Sea Glass. And it has a racer back, which is super nice. And this is not this yarn, but it is this yarn. So it's Hedgehog Fibers, which is this really thin merino nylon sock blend. And I do find it's very splitty for me. And it's a little not odd like that, but it's a little, it's very thin. So it reminded me of linen, which isn't, but it reminded me of that like drape, so to speak. So I did at that time buy like 6 balls, 10 balls of green linen yarn, which I have yet to use because I am intimidated by linen. And that has now been 10 years? 10 years in stash? Some of these things are like halfway through middle school and I need to like knit them. But this was, it looks like Monet's Water Lilies. I'm not sure that's the name of it, but that is what this one reminded me of. And I was just obsessed with this color. Still kind of bad. I do love it. But yeah, look at that cuteness. Oh, I'm missing a nail. We're gonna hide that. We could glue it on, but I won't do it on camera with you because I won't waste your time like that. No worries. My hair's still rainbow. It needs a little touch up because the pink has faded this way. It's been washed 3 times. Look at this amount of color for 3 times. Look at that. Okay, so I do have lots to share with you this week. It is a little hot in here, and I'm hoping that my air conditioning should go on pretty soon. But I have finished object and I'm so excited. So excited. So, may I present to you the Forager Collection. My little fall heart loves this so much. Like, this is just the earthy vibes I needed for spring, and oh my goodness, it's summer now, but still. All right, so I tried a few different things. I've got moon runes at the top, then I've got the little basic mushroom here. Then we've got the little toadstools, then we've got the darker mushrooms. These are a little hard to see, so I'll move them in. They're I think it's a bewitched purple from Sweet Georgia yarn, and it's a little bit cashmere and was quite expensive. And so I finally used some of it because I've been hoarding it for again 10 years. Because it was about 2016 when I got married and moved. So right there. And then under here we've got some acorns, which are just so sweet. Oh my goodness. I had to rip this out 3 times to get the right combination for acorns because these were not showing up and I didn't want another one that didn't show up after this purple was darker. Again, I don't regret using the purple, but it is the darkest thing on here. So I made a mental note with the radishes to use, what was my Pygmy Puff colorway. It's very pink. Um, and then I got some pooling. Um, it did bother me. It bothered me a lot. Then the sleeve was doing weird things. So I did actually get down as far as I had. Um, then I recorded this. Then I went back in to the living room and did more. I did like 5 inches on it, right? And then I tried it on and it was like 4 inches too big, like a pinch of 2 inches, which would be four if you flattened it. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. Cause I was not yarn chicken, but like I wasn't gonna waste yarn, so to speak. And I don't like an unplanned balloon sleeve. Balloon sleeves, super cute, but you need to know you're doing them. I don't want to surprise one, right? So I ripped it out all the way back to about 2 rows below the radish. And then I went and I decreased every 4 stitches, which is a recommendation in my patterns. If you get to the arms and you realize that they're just going to be too big, you can do a rapid decrease and then your like two decreases going down. And so I did that and I got those done and I was trying it on and it felt good. And I knit through. It was actually, to be fair, it was actually this one. So it was just like a little too big. It's still a little big. I was having some trouble because I did a circular needle for the arm and it was helping because you can go round and round, right? And I didn't have to like stop and restring it like I do when I do the magic loop. However, the tension for color work on a circular needle was good for me because it made me stretch it out. But then the minute I didn't have any color work to pull it back in, I was getting this balloon sleeve, right? So then I went down a needle size and I went um down in like needle height. So I used smaller needles and I used my hat set from Chiagu and I made it even smaller. And that helped. Um, my hands were a little crampy from like the tiny um needle, but I did okay. And then once I got down to this guy doing it again, circular was super helpful because it just allowed me to carry my floats a little bit easier. I've still got a couple of tails to weave in. Because you can see there's one, two, and there's actually a third color and it's a little hard to see the brown stick going through there. So, um, I'm not mad about it, but it didn't quite do what I wanted. So, sleeve one, sleeve two, I went over here and I decided to change a few things. So I switched the color. It's a lighter. This is my old Hagrid colorway. Um, and then the leaves are the same. And then this stick is this color, kind of pulling in the mush, like the acorn color again. Yeah, which is like a woodsy, like a woodsy brown, which is pretty good. So that's that color down there. This was hand-dyed yarn, Gypsy's Bark. And yeah, so the cuffs for me are not identical for the first time. I don't normally change up. However, for a sample, I really wanted to see everything that I could do with it. So I just changed the stick color and I changed the berry color, and the leaves are the same. So they do complement each other, and actually the further apart they get, you don't notice it as much. Obviously the stick is a different color. I'm very sorry about the dog. Um I need my I need my buzzer to be like beep beep, get back here. But yeah, so it's all going very, very well here. And then I did the cuff and they're nice and long. I did cropped. It's a bit longer on my model because she is quite literally missing a back, so like not human sized. She is plastic sized. So yeah, my little teeny Barbie over here, but um yeah, it's so cute. It's so cute. I hope you think it's cute. It is now available on Etsy and Ravelry, and if you use the coupon code SUMMER 2026, you get 20% off of any purchase that you make through there. And I need to, since Forager was added after I started the sale, I'll make sure that Forager is also in that. I'll make sure to do that like like ASAP. I'll just open that right now. Why don't we? Because it's very important that everybody gets the percentage that they deserve um, for everything. Gypsy, please stop barking. That's not fair. You are borking, and we don't like it. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just go into sales. Yeah, sales, promotions, and I'll leave it on this page. So then I will do this right when we're done, and that will be that. Boop boop. If I have made this again. When I made this again, I actually added about an inch to the neckline. So the next one dipped down a bit further, which I liked because if I like, I don't know, I gained weight, and it fits a little differently under the arms than it used to. And that's, I mean, it's okay. Our bodies fluctuate. And it's feeling like comfy. It's just I noticed the yarn here more than I thought I would. So that is finished and fabulous, and I love it so much. And I'm just like, yay! I just okay, now we got our photo. Um, now, what else? I have another design because I did not sit still after I did that. So, would you like to see it on me? I kind of want to try it on for you. You ready for this? Okay. Can I get a sip of coffee first? Oh, how's your beverage? It's good. Yeah. What you drinking? Nice. I have iced coffee. And yeah, it's it's basic, but it is. Um On my Chiagu interchangeable set of needles, I have inserted my 60-inch additional cord. I'm using a little charm that I did with Lindsay of Simply Serving. She's not making. She is living her crafty life, tattooing and yarning and having a good old time with fans, and I love it. So anyway, this is a an update slash new piece. And what I mean by that is, um, last year I had some ideas. I was able to put up a pattern called Spooks and Specters. Um, it didn't really take off, and that happens a lot actually, where I think something will do well, and I sell one, and then you spent months of work, and it's like, oh, okay, okay, and then something like Astraeus, which I I was in love with, but I didn't expect the love that everyone was going to have for it. Um, and still it just blows my mind, how many people like find and want it, and it's just wonderful, um, to, to continue sharing it. Okay, so I am one connecting row under the arms. This is gonna be interesting. Look at these rainbows. I have to do more blue. You can see I'm a bit silver where the blue didn't take the other night. Okay. I want to make sure yeah, okay, there we go. It's like those arms feel a little tight and they shouldn't be. Wee. Ba-dum, 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 da-dum-da-da. Boom, boom. Okay, so here we are. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, introducing to you the new round of Spooks and Specters, which is kind of like a part 3 of Halloween Heart, because I had the first one, Halloween Heart, and then I had my Fall Favorites collection, which was all Halloween Yokes. And this is kind of like part 3, Return of the Parts. No, so I'm pulling my webbing in from WebTest, but I've changed it slightly so that it would work over the first and second increase that is done on this level. So this is similar but different. So the web test here. Then I have these little kitties. Do you see the ears? Spooky kitties with their little whiskers and little skulls. And I just want to eat them up. They're so cute. I thought there was something on the sweater. It's just the yarn is speckled. I am knitting the 3rd size in the adult pattern for testing, and I've got a decent amount of ease and kind of seams along the back. Like, honestly, I probably could have one less in the back, but I'll take the coziness. And I just did these brand new crystal balls, like Madame Leota type of crystal balls, and I'm so excited. This is my old sea glass colorway that I had designed, and this was a dark purple spellbook color that I had, and the silver was another one of mine. So these are all scraps that I had left over. These, oh, it's all the way over there. I'm not gonna. Oh. Okay. Anybody else who has like chronic illnesses, do you ever just get like a pain in your eye through here? Like, I don't know what this is. It just hurts. Oh, man. Yeah. And why's my window open? Son of a tooch. No wonder it's not cold in here. The window opened. Okay, all right. I gotta relock that. I don't want bugs getting in. That's why it's not cold in here. These windows, like up, I say it's an old house, but it's only 3 years old. It's just annoying. Anyway, so I'm so excited, and then I've got a pattern here and a pattern here planned. So I've got 2 huge charts to get through, and then the rest of the smaller charts, I'm gonna do 1 more here, and additionally, maybe 1 more at the cuff again or up higher, like, I might make this more of a, like, 3/4 cap and kind of, like again, I like something on the back of my arm here, but not necessarily here. Like this is cold and this is not. So if I took it to here, that might be just fine. Um But the next color, I think is either gonna be so it's either gonna be the pu pumpkin chart or 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 the hot pink chart. So the pumpkin chart would be here, okay, and then this would be here, and then don't have any of the green around, do I? And then I've got candles that were gonna be here. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that combo there. And then I've got like potion bottles. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a headache. It's like eye strain. I don't know. So this has been 6 days of work, I want to say. And I've been exceedingly pleased with how everything's been going on here. What I kind of think now is that I'm gonna use all the new charts on the body and I will do a separate sweater for the pumpkin. And I think I'll get my purples out. Because Pumpqueen was the first Halloween pattern that I made, and now I've made an even bigger chart called the Pumpkin, and I'm very it's very cool. I feel like you just need to see it, like, you just need to see it. But this sweater is extremely comfortable so far. I'm knitting it in Knit Picks worsted weight Brava in the charcoal colorway, which is this. If I had Pearl 10 from Malabrigo, I would have done that, but I don't have enough. I was really disappointed. I really, really, really was. I have some, but not enough. And the last sweater I knit for my son in Pearl 10, he doesn't wear. Just so frustrating because that was not cheap, right? Like, not $2 a ball. So, meh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Spooky. Spooky. Ah. I keep petting it because like I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited about it. Okay. So yeah, that's the idea is that I've got two more spooky charts on the body and then I think I can fit one more spooky chart here, cuff, one spooky chart here, cuff. Whether they're the same or not might be changed. Like I think I have like potion bottles and tarot cards, so I might do bottles and cards, but I do them in the same color so they will mimic each other, but they aren't the same pattern so that I can test out more things on one sweater. What do we think? Do we like that idea? I really love how the glass turned out. Like those little, really, really pleased with that. Yeah, really pleased with that. Um, Additionally, I think it'd be really cool if this was Stellina. It's not. And I think it would be really cool if you did it color work where you fill in the ball with like a white and then do the outside with the blue and then do your bottom. I think that would be really cool. But I was curious if my Mario sweater didn't sell any patterns because people are too scared to do color work. So I wanted to include more color work so that it felt more approachable, maybe. Um, but yeah, super duper pleased. This is just the length of yoke I really like to do. And this was a lot of a lot of stitches, in worsted weight. Like it was just it just felt very big in my lap. And I can't wait to wash it so it just gets a little bit of that drape that acrylic can achieve if you like steam it and do nice things with it. But I'm gonna use, this is a gifted, it was called Bad Wolf, I believe. And I love it. It was, yeah, it's so pretty. So I think this ball was the ripped out cowl that I was doing, and this was the last color that I unwound. And so it's the first color that got pulled out. So these are going to be like candles. Which now I think I'll put down here or here. Ooh. Do we like the orange or the pink next? Having a hard time. Orange or pink? Hold on, let's see. Orange next, pink next, orange next, pink next. That this complementary color combination is speaking to me because the yellow, but now that I can see it, I think I like it more next to the blue than I do next to the yellow. Do I like the pink next to the yellow more? Now maybe I like that more. See, it really matters when you're doing your color theory here. And like the purple is good. This pink is going to be obnoxious and I'm very excited. I think it's the Sucker Punch hot pink. Absolutely adore. I mean, I'll just be I'll be playing with it more, but yep, I'll just sit here and be like happy in my Halloween Skull Kitty sweater right now. Loving it. Oh, from there, I did do a few more things. I think I mentioned the last time that I recorded that my kiddo is really into Hoppers right now. The movie that just came out. Really, really likes it. And we've watched it like twice a day for weeks. Yeah, for weeks. For weeks. And he wanted me to make him a beaver. And so I kind of started on that. So I have Nitpicks Brava and their Suri alpaca mohair type of blend. And I am holding them together. As always, the inside gets the furriest fur, and then the outside doesn't. I don't really know why. I'm like trying to pull it through more, but so I think if I just brush the outside a little bit after I'm done, that could work. Sometimes you can just knit the whole thing and then flip it inside out, but I really don't want to do that. I want to just crochet it. So this is part of the head. And like I had grand plans. I'm running out of creative steam. I just want to work on this so that I can see this to fruition and have Summerween. And yeah, that's what I want to do. So I don't really want to make a beaver. And I don't want to buy a beaver because we're going to forget about it in a week. I was begged repeatedly for Bowser Jr. and I made it in crochet and never to be played with again. Every day he asked for that thing, and now nothing. Oh my god, killing me, Smalls. All right, so yes, I have a beaver. Maybe I don't even know if I'm gonna finish that. Just so tired. This is the light blue that I used for the Mario sweater, which is actually it fell down on the ground. Sorry, Mario sweater. It's down that way. And cast on a hat. I did a folded brim And I tried it on Alistair because it looked really small on the needle, and he told me it was itchy, which it's yarn, but this is not itchy. This is soft acrylic yarn. It's very soft. Um, and like I'm a sensory kid too, and this is not itchy, not itchy. Uh, but on that note, I was like, okay. So then I like paused because I was gonna test out one of the other forager patterns, and then he wanted the mushrooms, but he wants them on dark blue, not light blue. And I'm like, so I just froze, which is why it's on a weird cord and it's just hanging out right now. This is it's an interchangeable set. It's not Chiagu. It might be the Knit Picks like wooden set. Um, Visually beautiful, feeling soft, cord not my fave. Very plasticky, holds dense, not my fave. But the needles themselves are really nice. And they're so cute. I mean, like, look at that pretty wood. I mean, oh, just like, if I could just put everything on a Chiagi cord, because those are the most buttery that I've found, personally. I don't like how it keeps sticking to me. Silly. Probably have to reblock it. It's been a while. You ever just like get in there and just your shirts? Yeah, but better. Stop sticking to me. Um, really think that might be it though. Oh, he wanted a dark blue hat, so I started a dark blue hat. Celestial, Knit Picks, Brava, and the dark blue hat, which is just a dark blue hat. I actually debated turning this into a sweater, but he vetoed me 3 times. He does not want a mushroom sweater. He wants a mushroom hat. Probably because Toad is a mushroom and he's got a mushroom hat. And now I'm wondering, does he think I'm going to make him a Toad hat? Which actually he'd be adorable in, and I should. Well, now my brain's just this way, nothing gets done. But anyway, I have a brim. I absolutely love doing a folded brim. That's not the words. Try again, Meg. I absolutely love doing a brim that has the cast on like this. I think it's a Turkish cast on. Um, and I cast on the knit one, purl one, like in pattern. So it then like folds over. And it just has a really nice finished edge, and I always sew off my edges this way too. Um, After I learned this, I almost don't do anything else, and if you're a newer knitter, it's still got a nice amount of stretch, which is important for necklines, getting over heads. My kiddo has a tiny head, but not all kiddos do. Some of them have significant noggins that are great for learning and not so great for putting in tiny sweaters. So that is everything. I'm like looking around to like see if I can like grab anything else. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. So yeah, I've just had this bag of almosts in here because I just I'm trying, but I'm also not wanting to. Oh, and then I did my blueberry. I love this. Um Mermaid I think it was Mermaid Tails, might be the colorway, but I need to finish the cuff and pop in some heels, and I was planning on doing that this week. They are for Trina, and I was thinking it would be nice if I could knit on them with Trina, like while she's here, like knit on them, and then those memories would get gifted as well. Like, oh, this is when we did this, or watch this, or blah blah blah. So that is in my super fine bag from Knit Picks. Knit Picks was a huge addition to my knitting life, to be TBH, definitely. Um, and yeah, that's about everything. Um, Life stuff. Need to schedule an MRI. Gotta do that. Um, I think the old noggin's okay, but always good to get it checked. The house, HVAC trouble, but spent the money, got it fixed. Tough. A lot of handmade gifts going into this year. I got the D&D crochet book as a Mother's Day gift, and I think I showed it off a couple podcasts ago. And I was kind of trying to do the owl bear. And I was swatching out like color combinations. So I thought that this might be a good color for an owl bear. This was a darker yarn than the beaver, and you can see it. So I wasn't sure if I liked how much variance is in there. And then I also had this thinking that that could be a good color for an owl bear. I like doubled that up. But this is a really, really fun brown because it has so many tones in it that I might want to keep saving it for sweater stuff. I used it on the acorn tops. So you can see the acorn tops there. So you just have a lot of like nice little variants in that. Um, yeah, took some photos, did the thing. This one's just been hanging out on the hooks back there. So it's super nice to be able to like sit in here and like see it and work on it. Yeah. Um Trying to adjust my legs. My one leg is falling asleep. Yeah. And I'm just like checking around. I got nothing else. I think that's it. That's it. That's all I got. Um my friend's coming for the week, so I'm super excited about that. And hopefully we'll have lots of crafting and a little bit more embroidery, and I am just so excited. So I have some cleaning to do, flip the sheets, blah blah blah. Figure out why my eye hurts. So fun. So fun. So fun. These are those hidden things where you don't look sick. Yeah. I work hard at that. I try. Peanut started camp, so I should have some time to actually get to the gym again. So I kind of want to ease back into it. I don't want to be catatonic for a week. I had a really hard time after we did a birthday party, and then we did a trip down to see our nieces and nephews, and then drove back late, and then that next day I was just like, oh, like, low battery. So I tell Alistair, and I'm like feeling bad. And he's been, I mean, like, he's getting a crash course on having a mommy that can't always go 110%. So he is doing great, meeting me where I am. Some days I have had a few migraines where I've been trying to watch him and I'm laying down. So we play a lot of doctor games where he'll like check my eyes and nose and mouth. Or we'll do library days where I'll read to him a lot. Or I'll like curl up with him and we'll play Paw Patrol on my old iPad and we'll like do games together. He loves movies, so curl up, blanket, popcorn, watch a movie. So I think, yeah, he's doing really good. It's great. Um, yeah, that's about that. I am super jazzed to see what chart I make next. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get on here and just like lay the charts out. I use Stitch Fiddle to make my charts. And I will just like rearrange them and naturally make several yoke suggestions and gift them all to you in the pattern. So yeah, Spooks and Specters getting a facelift, full facelift, and I'm very excited. If anyone wants to join me on this Halloween crafty journey, please, you can DM me on Instagram or you could email me at badwolfgirlstudios@gmail.com and let me know that you would like to test, and that would be cool. Other than that, I have nothing. I am done. I am probably going to well, I'll fix the coupon code and then I will sit down and work on this Halloween stuff. Probably need maybe I'll catch up on Critical Role. My bestie's been super into Critical Role. I have an hour and a half left. That went really fast. But I have makeup on and I've recorded and I've eaten something. I feel like it was a decent use of my time. Um, and yeah, I'll probably go set the guest room so that tomorrow I can redo my hair. My thought is I will do my shower, and then I will separate out this. This will all get purple. And then, yeah, you can see the colors really well because the light just decided to come out. Um, I got a like a blue this color to go over my roots, because that teal was having a hard time sticking. It's very like blonde in here, you know. Um, so I'll do the blue, green, the yellow as far as I can because the orange really doesn't need a lot of touching up, and the pink does. So a little bit of darker pink on that, and then I do slices, so I like take it and I put it forward and I paint it and I take it and I put it forward and I paint it and I do that repeatedly. Um, but like grow out, it's been amazing. This has been working so well. And I get like stopped maybe 2 or 3 times every time I go to like grocery stores, Walmart, like wherever. People one person rolled down her window in the parking lot as I was packing my groceries and was like, "I love your hair." I'm like, "Thank you." It's amazing. Like it's feeding my Sagittarius heart. It truly is. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So tomorrow is hair retouch and I will do all of that on both sides. And I'm absolutely obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. You can see I put a little bit more blue to the purple in the front so you can see the violet gem versus the purple rage from Adore Dyes. Yeah. And I am just living that like Lisa Frank hair life. I just can't. I love it so much. I love it so much. I am gonna be a rainbow child for a little bit because like the upkeep hasn't even been that bad. I've been getting in the shower, and you know, when you turn on the shower, it's cold at first and then it has to heat up. So I've been hopping in, throwing my head over, wetting it all down, putting my shampoo in at my scalp back here, and then sudsing it up, and then, like, kinda getting my hands up in here, and then rinsing that out once. So I'm getting, like, a single cleanse in there, and then if I feel like this still is, like, oily at all, I'll go in and I'll massage that in again. Now the water's heating up a little bit more. Before it gets too hot, I rinse it another time, put in conditioner, and then I have, like, a warm shower for my body. At the end, I'll just turn it down a little bit more, rinse anything else out, which I haven't had a lot of washout. It has faded a bit, and I have not gotten underwater. I've gone in the pool twice. I've not actually submerged my head, because that is a color eater. So when I wanna fade the color, that's when you go swimming. That's when you go swimming because it will eat it up. It will eat it up. So, yeah, that is that. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna keep talking to you if you're here. I gotta send you on your way. I'm not gonna get anything done. So, it's been wonderful. Thank you so much for popping in with me. I love hearing from you. Please comment down below if you wanna tell me anything. Just, "Hey, hi, hello." Hi. Reminding you to take it one cup at a time, no matter how large that cup may be. And I will see you soon. Bye. Tapping all the places.